YouTube channel, and for today's video it's going to be my first baby bump update. How exciting. And I will be updating you guys on my first trimester now that I'm officially in my second trimester. Now I also wanted to talk to you about how I mentioned in my pregnancy announcement that since I do suffer from PCOS, I was more of a high-risk pregnancy. Now, since I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, but I want to inform you guys that if you do suffer from PCOS or any type of hormonal imbalance, make sure you guys talk to your doctor about them if you are, in early stages of pregnancy, so they can be aware of, any types of lab work that they need to do, blood work or anything like that. And if you are metformin, make sure you continue taking it throughout your whole pregnancy. It's really, and that's when I found out that I was pregnant. So I was like 5 weeks, and I ended up going to the doctor for my first visit because my sister, like I mentioned, she works at a doctor's office, and she got me in with her doctor. And I went in at 6 weeks, and they checked me, and this was kind of the hard part because they found out that I had I think it's called subchronic hemorrhage, and that is actually whenever you are bleeding around the sac of the baby. And they told me, not to worry, that it's very common in early pregnancies, especially for someone that's never been pregnant before. They told me it's because, the baby is attaching itself to the uterine wall, and it's kind of like caving itself in there, snuggling up into the uterus, and it will cause bleeding around it. Now, she said the part that was, the part that's not good is that mine was like 40% of bleeding around the baby, and she's like anything above 70%. She was saying like if it's more than that, then that's when people can have miscarriages and stuff like that, And when she told me this, you guys, I started crying really, really bad because I know with PCOS you have a higher risk of having a miscarriage. So I was like, oh my God, I can't believe like the first time I ever become pregnant, I'm gonna lose my baby. I was going through all of these emotions, and my poor husband was just there like trying to be supportive. And the doctor, again, she was just like trying to reassure me like everything's going to be fine, don't worry about it, like you just have to be on complete bed rest. And she put me on complete bed rest and to just lay off work. When they did blood work, and she was checking my progesterone levels, and ended up putting me on progesterone pills at night to help me hold the pregnancy. Like I mentioned earlier, that if you do suffer from PCOS, make sure that you stay taking your metformin, that you talk to your doctor about it and what you're taking, so they can check your levels and see if there's anything else that they need to give to you so you can keep your pregnancy. I want to say about the 6 weeks is when the nausea really hit hard. I was nauseous throughout the whole day. It didn't matter what I ate, what I didn't eat, I was having extreme nausea. Now, at this point, I was eating really clean. I was on a low carb lifestyle diet, me and my husband, both of us were, and nothing sounded appealing. Not vegetables, not sweet potato, especially not chicken. To this point, I'm still grossed out by chicken. Doesn't matter how I have it, it just grosses me out. Luckily, I have not thrown up in my pregnancy, especially like in my first trimester, but I was close because of chicken, or like taking out old food from the fridge. I couldn't do it. I had to start making my husband open up the fridge and like clean out stuff that, old leftovers, because it would just make me gag. Also, I started having a lot of sinus congestion really early on in my pregnancy. About 6 weeks to about 11 weeks, I was having bad sinus pain here to the point where sometimes it would keep me up at night. And I had read that having a water diffuser in your bedroom really helps. So my husband plugged up a huge diffuser that we have right next to my bed, and I put some eucalyptus oil in there, and it really helped me sleep, guys. Like, it opened up my sinus. Probably around my 12-week mark is when I decided to buy my first maternity jeans, and that's because all of my jeans are like high-waisted and super cinched at the waist, and I felt bad having like that pressure. I was like, oh my God, I'm not giving my baby breathing room. So I went to Target. I went ahead and bought one pair of jeans. They were pretty good, But now that I'm getting a little bit bigger, I feel like they're not giving me enough breathing room either. They're feeling a little tight on the band part, so I'm probably gonna have to go up a size. I was not looking pregnant like at all, and it was really awkward because I was just looking super bloated. Not pregnant, just bloated, or like if I was gaining a little bit of weight. Having no baby bump yet, nothing. I feel like I'm barely starting to see my bump. Like some days I can see it a little bit more round than other days. It just depends. I think it has a lot to do with bloating and, you know, what you eat. But for sure, I wasn't having no baby bump in my first trimester. Now, something that I suffer with is high blood pressure, and that was actually before I even got pregnant, so it's not preeclampsia, but it's something that I've had for years. I started noticing that I had severe high blood pressure to the point where I am on daily medication. It didn't matter. I used to think like, oh, maybe if I lose weight, my high blood pressure will go down, but it doesn't matter. Like I just have it. It's hereditary. So that was something that was worrying me a little bit because of all the stuff I kept reading about high blood pressure and babies, that, you know, it can be too much for the baby. But my doctor just prescribed me another type of medication to try to lower my blood pressure, and so far it's been working pretty good. I haven't had headaches anymore or anything like that. We just had to kind of go up a dose. So, and also I'm trying to make sure I don't eat that much salt. You guys, my anxiety, I want to say it started getting really bad. Sure, like from weeks 10, 11, and 12, my anxiety was so bad. And I want to say it had a lot to do with knowing about the hemorrhaging in my uterus. That made me really worried, where I was trying to be extremely safe. And I didn't really want to do anything. My husband got on, you know, Papa Bear mode and wouldn't let me lift anything heavy. He helped a lot. He started cleaning for me, you know. He just made me he just helped a lot and was very supportive. So sorry guys, I was about to get emotional, but I was really scared. I really was like, you know, seriously praying every single night, like thinking, I don't want to lose this pregnancy. Like I wanted to make sure that I was doing everything I could in my part. But mentally it was very draining, and it was giving me severe anxiety, like to the point where I can hear my heartbeat like all over my body. So intense. Having deep breathing has helped a lot with my anxiety. And now also that I'm on a different type of medication for my high blood pressure, I feel like it's been helping me with my anxiety. And also just letting everyone know that I'm pregnant and putting it out there, all the positivity around my pregnancy, you know, celebrating this life that we're creating. It's just making me so happy that my anxiety has been a lot lower now. When we went for our last checkup for my first trimester, she told me that everything was completely closed. The hemorrhaging had reabsorbed into the body, so there was no more bleeding. She was just telling me that, you know, the pregnancy was healthy and the baby was looking beautiful and growing healthy, and we had already done all the blood work, and that would let us know if the baby would, you know, be having any type of disorders or anything like that. And it came out negative, and she's like, your baby's healthy, your pregnancy, your uterus is doing great. She's like, all I want you to do from this point on is to just enjoy your pregnancy. And that's really what I've been trying to do. I am not beating myself up if I can't eat broccoli and chicken, if I can't eat as clean as I used to, because I know it's just only for the meantime. She told me eventually later on in the pregnancy, I'll be able to eat a little bit cleaner. So I was craving a lot of carb stuff like pasta. I was craving like garlic bread, and I was also craving things that I do not normally eat. Like I started craving, when I think about this, it kind of grosses me out now, but I'm not someone that likes McDonald's burgers. Like I like McDonald's breakfast, but not their burgers. Their burgers are disgusting to me, and I remember craving their little McDouble burgers or double cheeseburgers, whatever they're called, for like 2 days straight. Craving them so bad. I told my husband, like, he was at work, and I was like, babe, I'm about to go get me a burger. And I was just like, ew. He was even shocked. He was like, oh, you're really just gonna be eating bad this whole pregnancy. And like, we were laughing about it, but I went. And the thing that would make me mad the most is that I would go eat these things that supposedly my baby is craving, and I would feel so sick. Luckily, I haven't had the craving for them anymore. So it was just like a 1 week thing. And also one night, it was like midnight, and I was craving the Whataburger honey chicken, what is it, the honey butter chicken biscuit. Oh my god, like so bad that my mouth just had so much saliva, like se me hacía agua la boca. Like, oh my god, I needed to have that honey butter chicken biscuit. And we went to Whataburger. I got my honey butter chicken biscuit, and I was like, oh my god, I bet you think I'm crazy, but I was like, whatever. And I enjoyed it, and it tasted so amazing, guys. I can't explain how good it feels whenever you're having like a craving that's really intense, to the point where you're almost crying if you don't have it, and when you finally do, oh my god, it is just amazing. Also, I want to say that my biggest craving so far has been guacamole. I like guacamole, but it wasn't a thing like for me to eat very frequently. I want to say I have it just like when I would make, when me and my husband would like barbecue outside or something. But I have literally been having guacamole like every single night with Doritos. I have to have Doritos with it. It can't be any other chips. And I have to put a lot of lime in it, cilantro, tomate, cebolla, all that stuff that I love. And I will eat a whole avocado in guacamole style, and it's really good. So I mean, my doctor told me that it's fine, that it's a healthy fat. The baby's obviously craving fat to get a little bit bigger, so I don't feel too guilty about eating that. Also, another thing that's easy for me to, you know, take down is licuados, smoothies, yogurt bowls. That really you crave, I feel like you crave fruit a lot more. Now that I'm at 15 weeks, like my boobs are not as sore as they were before. I feel like they're doing a lot better now. And the severe cramping, that was actually something I was worried about. I was having cramping like I was about to start a period, like every single day having this cramping, especially in the beginning, like the first few weeks of my pregnancy. I want to say the cramping stopped at about 13 weeks. And I actually spoke to my doctor about it because I was like, I'm so scared, like, is this cramping normal? And she was telling me yes, completely normal. And all it is, it's normal as long as you're not bleeding. And that was something she would make me check every single time I went to use the restroom. And at about 13 weeks, that pain stopped. But I actually started getting another pain, a ligament pain, something like that, where it kind of like hurts in between your legs going down, and that's just like a stretching feeling. And I especially feel it like when I'm laying down and I'm about to get up, or like if I get up too fast and I start walking, or if I'm walking a lot. I can say that the nausea has calmed down a lot. Nausea is only coming in the evenings, and usually that's because I feel like I eat dinner kind of early and I start to get a little bit hungrier in the like late night. So I'm trying to have like fruit or cereal or some type of snack to like hold me down at night. Everything to this point has been a lot better. I feel like telling everybody that I was pregnant and just having everyone's positive vibe, understanding what I was going through, just put me in a better place. And it's been helping me enjoy my pregnancy a lot more. Now, the only thing that, you know, we're kind of just that's killing us is finding out the gender of the baby. Whenever we went to the doctors, they told us like, hey, we have the results, do y'all want to know what the baby is? And me and my husband were like, no, we want to wait. I ended up ordering a cake from a baker in my side of town. We're actually gonna cut the cake this weekend just between us, and you know, have something small, and we get to find out the baby's gender. And I'm so excited because that will be the first time that I'm gonna, you know, actually buy something for the baby, because I haven't wanted to buy anything, like, or my husband, we keep saying like, let's wait so we know exactly what the baby is and we can buy like a little outfit or something. I can't wait to know. Even though I have this feeling, it's crazy. Like, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I remember I was so excited thinking, oh my god, if it's a girl, I'm gonna make her super girly. I want everything pink. Around 7 weeks, I just started getting this feeling come over me that my baby is a boy. And I was like, okay, no, this baby's a boy. I just kept feeling it. And like when I was connecting to my baby, like talking to it and like, you know, caressing my belly and stuff like that, I just kept feeling like it was a boy. I mean, we're gonna be happy with whatever it is regardless, because like we've both wanted this for so long. So whatever it is, like, as long as it's a healthy baby, and that's all we really want, for it to be healthy and to know that it's going to be loved no matter if it's a girl or boy. I will be sharing another bump update, I think, you know, when my second trimester is over, and maybe I can give y'all a belly shot then. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what video you'd like to see next, either a beauty video, or would y'all like to see my PCOS video. So let me know in the comments below what type of video you'd like to see next, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.